in the next few minutes. We will have her for the rest of the day. And we'll be able to build many contracts and do many smart contract things and work with Truffle throughout the entirety of today, which is good because the live EDU goal is to work with Truffle. So if we take a look at our curriculum here, we'll see the next session is to create a client-side application to work with what we have so far, which is the function of adding candidates and the function of election, which actually calls that add candidate function twice, calls our structure that we created and creates two candidates with the names Haley Quinn and Jared Dunn. With consecutive or concurrent growing ID values, that name that we provided, and the vote count of 0 to begin with. We'll manipulate that vote count going forward. So let's go look at our handy tutorial for the client-side application, which we're going to do in HTML and use MetaMask to interact with. So if I was to open up an HTML file here, call it index.html, throw it in one folder above where we are, and save this code. We'll see here that there's some stuff in the head, like the title, some different stuff to do with node, or we don't actually have a CSS file. Does it give us a CSS file? No. Does it give us the code? Is it actually inside of our good old... We actually want this file right here. So the CSS file is already provided. What's next? An app.js file with this code. Is it inside JS, the folder? It is. Let's see if we get what we get if we open this file. In Chrome. It doesn't do anything yet. Is it supposed to? Let's find out by going to our trusty tutorial. Actually, let's see if there's an error. Trying to find a JSON file. It's trying to run this on a web server. I don't have a web server. So let's download a web server. I don't know if we need 64-bit or 32-bit. Let's try 64-bit. It says we need VC redistributable 11 for 2012. And let's try this download directly button. So hopefully I don't kill my internet connection to the stream by downloading this file. And it's going to take 4 minutes to download our file. Now I'm pretty sure that's what the error is telling us. Where is that file that we looked at? Cross-origin requests are only supported for protocol schemes, HTTP data, Chrome extension, HTTPS. So because we're trying to access this as a file using the Chrome browser, it's giving us an error trying to load the JSON file that's supporting this. Now, is there actually a JSON file? Where is this JSON file? Failed to load. Where's that code that loads that? JSON. election.json. Well, we'll see if it works when we have a web server, because it should. It's complaining that we don't have a connection via HTTP or HTTPS to our web server, so let's get it one. I didn't realize this was a requirement, or we would have went over it in one of our previous live streams. In one of our previous live streams, man. Now, we only have about 20 minutes to go over this session. So hopefully this works. Hopefully it installs really quickly. It says there's 2 minutes left on this download. It did say 1 minute. There it is 1 minute again. One minute again, man. 1 minute again, man. 45 seconds. 44 seconds. 40 seconds. 45 seconds. You silly Chrome downloader, you don't know how long there is left. Just as long as it's not 20 minutes, we should be fine. I need faster internet, man. Just imagine if I had gigabit right now. The gigabit internet, man. So while this is installing, we'll have a brief overview of the code once it downloads here. So you can see in our index.html file, we serve the title, this row, this container, with loading in it. When it's loading, then it's going to load the number, name, and votes of the different candidates. And then it's going to serve this app.js file, which is going to initialize our Web3 provider, which is going to hopefully connect to MetaMask. It's going to get our contract. Set the provider to that interface there, that MetaMask. It's going to load candidate results from the function candidates count out of the contract. For each of the candidates, it's going to load the candidates at that index, and then load the different variables from the candidate structure, which again is ID and name and vote count. And it's going to go ahead and add the HTML to this candidate template variable. And it's going to have each of these results inside of this candidate template variable, which then it appends to the candidate results ID here. It might take a while, man, to install web server, man. I don't think we need pets.json. I think what we need is maybe that's an output file. We'll find out here when we're trying to run the code. Run the web server, man. 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 So what I do want to do is copy my source files to my WAMP folder, into my www folder, delete everything that's here, post and paste in my files, and then hopefully we can serve this, man, to localhost, man. I'm pretty sure we can, man. I'm pretty sure we can, man. We can do anything, man. We set our minds to, man. Hi to everybody that's in the room, by the way. I spelled Herzika wrong. Maybe that's why he didn't reply. Silly Herzika. Thank you for saying hi, though. You're my very first chat. I wonder if you're in here now. I wonder if you're in here now, man. I wonder if you're in here now, man. Come on, WAMP server. So WAMP server means Windows Apache PHP and MySQL, which is going to be served over localhost, and we'll be able to access what the server gives us as soon as it's installed, man. As soon as it's installed, man. And it's going to serve our HTML file that we created. Hopefully that JSON file is an output file. We'll find out here shortly. Because it didn't give us a JSON file to configure inside of our tutorial. No. Oh, geez, we could have run it using npm, I guess, inside of the folder. I didn't even know that. I'm so silly. It's got a server, man, that it uses, man. Well, it's a good thing that we know that now. Now we can open it using Google Chrome. I should have read my tutorial before I started installing a WAMP server I didn't need. So it looks like it's pulling in the candidates. It's pulling in the votes for those candidates and the ID for that candidate. It's actually showing me the account that I've unlocked or that I have inside of MetaMask as well. So it looks like everything's good to go as far as the simple web interface is concerned. We've been streaming now with a couple of breaks for a little bit. Hello, Avidiart, joining the room. Congratulations on joining. I'm glad to see you here. You can chat me if you like. We'll be chatting here for the next few minutes. That pretty much brings us to the close of this live stream, now that we have this simple interface. And Peter is talking to me. Now, what we'll do for the remainder of today is go ahead and run 3 more live streams with the help of Haley as soon as she returns. Not sure what she's doing. I think she's having supper. I think she's having supper, man. And then what we'll do in the rest of this live stream for this project is we'll look at casting votes. We'll look at the code and the testing, the client-side voting for that. Then we'll watch events in the 4th session. And then in the 5th session, we'll have a conclusion to bring us just over 4 or 5 hours. And Peter's talking to me. And we'll catch up with him in a bit. Now, what we've just done here is run this particular session for 14 minutes. If I refresh this page, we'll see that we have 1, 2, 3. We have, if I just show the audio here. How do I tell how long this is? 37 minutes. 25 minutes, 14 minutes, 37, plus 25, plus let's see if we're straight. I gotta kill this audio. Jeez almighty. What's this? Plus, what do we have here? We've been on for about 15 minutes. Divided by 60. Today. Which is good. What did I want to have for each of these? 6 hours. Well, I guess we could talk a little bit about what we just achieved. See if we can change it around a little bit. I wonder if we can add a 3rd candidate to the tests and to the output. I wonder if Avidart wants to be a candidate. Actually, if anybody wants to be a candidate, just send me a message in chat right now. We'll do it. What do I want to do here? We'll use AVDR. Now what we want to do is close our web server. Yes, we want to have Haley call us. We want to go to our tests. We want to have Haley on the line. Hello, Haley. How was your time